Good morning. I have to admit that as I get older, and I am 58, I think, right now, I kind of lost track. But as I get older, I realize that it's harder for me to get excited about stuff. And so, looking at this reading today, clearly Elizabeth is excited to see Mary. And even so much so, Elizabeth is pregnant and she has a baby. She has John the Baptist in her womb. And then she even feels John the Baptist leap in her womb. And all of this is just a beautiful sign of the excitement that is in the air at this time, of something great is about to happen. And this gospel kind of brings it out in a beautiful way in this story. And so it caused me to reflect on myself, and I ask you to reflect on yourself. What do you get excited about? What are those things in your life that you get excited about? And so I had to really reach back, and I maybe I'm a little embarrassed to share a couple stories. So one was this was during COVID time, and I picked up a hobby of woodworking, and I was just learning things about woodworking. And then I saw these YouTube videos, these people using this kind of special tool, and I said, "Wow, if I only had that tool, it'd be so much easier. I could get things done." And so I ordered the tool, and it wasn't cheap. And I saved up. I got the tool, and when it came through Amazon in the mail, I was excited. So that's one level of excitement, I guess. And I kind of see myself maybe as a little kid who was waiting for their present that arrived. It's an excitement. But there was another excitement as I look back in my history that I think was even more meaningful. It's when I was still in high school. Ever since I was young, my father was in the military, and we would always travel back to Guam about every other year. So I got to know my family, not really well, but in these little vacations that we had, I always knew my family, and I was always enjoying the summers that we would come back to Guam. So when my father retired, and I was already in high school at that time, I was excited about coming to live on Guam, so that I wouldn't have to just travel here on the summers, but we would be home. I don't have to make friends every 2 or 3 years, and it's just kind of a solid base. I really was excited. It was something beautiful that was happening, and I loved it. And so that's another level of excitement. But even in those two examples that were really meaning for me, I think the level of excitement that Elizabeth was going through is in another category of excitement. Because Elizabeth, while she's excited to see Mary, she realizes, because there's a prophecy underway, she realizes when she says at the very end, "Blessed are you who believe that was spoken to you by the Lord would be fulfilled." Elizabeth already had an understanding that what was about to happen was huge, was big. It had more to do than just Elizabeth and Mary, more to do than just seeing someone who you haven't seen for in a long time. She realized that a prophecy was about to be fulfilled in Mary. This was her excitement for herself personally, but excitement for all of us, excitement for all humanity, because through Mary, she could see that our Savior is to be born, that into the world, God is sending his Son into the world for us, so that God would be with us. And she realized this in this prophecy that she says that Mary, blessed are you who believe that all of this is going to take place. And Elizabeth is excited because she also knows that her son, John, is going to be his forerunner, is going to prepare the way. So in this meeting, she just sees this vision of all that is about to happen to our world, that our reality is about to change through Mary's yes. What an excitement. And it is an excitement that leads her to give praise to God, to give thanks to God. And even right part of the same story, Mary also gives praise to God, calling out to God, Lord, blessed are you. We praise you for all of your goodness in the world. And so we look at this, we get this beautiful scene about the excitement that is taking place. And I pray, even though you might be as old as me, or maybe older even, that we never lose that youthful excitement when it comes to celebrating Christmas. Because Christmas is not just about presents for the kids or receiving presents, but it is a beautiful celebration of a prophecy that has changed our reality. God is with us, Emmanuel. So we celebrate, we are excited about this Christmas season because God is with us. God bless you.